Cold winter hasn't convinced you yet to replace your old, drafty, inefficient windows and doors, then maybe my good friends at Guided Door and Window can help by giving you one more month to do so at their best prices of the year. If you haven't taken advantage of Guided's big winter sale, then here's your last chance to do so by getting 40% off every window and door you buy. That's 40% off each expertly installed energy-efficient replacement window, which also includes free high-performance low-E glass. And 40% off any high-quality door, including insulated entry doors, sliding patio doors, garage doors, and storm doors. And you can buy now and pay later with Guided's interest-free financing or low monthly payment plans. This offer expires at the end of February, so don't let this final chance for big savings pass you by. If your home needs new windows and doors, then call the experts at Guida today to schedule a free in-home estimate at 877-GO-GUIDA or go to GoGuida.com. That's go, Guida.com.
Cancer. If you've been diagnosed recently, it doesn't have to be as devastating as it may seem. Chances are you didn't just get cancer recently. What you need to do is visit the team at Innovative Medical Associates. Dr. Molly Fantasia, the PhD doctor and founder of Innovative Medical Associates, has helped hundreds over the years with her unique hydration protocols geared specifically to cancer support. The team is comprised of Dr. Molly Fantasia and her doctors, plus her outstanding nursing staff. With almost 30 years in practice, Innovative Medical Associates can help you navigate the journey through cancer and beyond. To set up your initial complimentary consultation, contact Innovative Medical Associates at 856-489-0505, 856-489-0505, or visit their website, innovativemedicalassociates.com. That's innovativemedicalassociates.com. Make that appointment, and you'll be on your way to treating cancer as only Innovative Medical Associates knows how.
I've always wanted to learn French, but the app I tried didn't help.
If you want to memorize words in another language, there's an app for that. But if you want to really learn another language, there's Babbel. Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different. Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Babbel feels like it was created intentionally by people who really know what you need to learn another language. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Want to really learn another language? Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com to save up to 50%. Babbel.com.
Be sure to follow Talk Radio 1210 WPHT on the free Odyssey app. Download it now.
Can we just give a round of applause to Dan Borowski? Greg Stocker is still here. The two, just the best. Dan Borowski, executive producer. I give him a heart attack every day. He had to literally go to a cardiologist yesterday. And so you're okay?
Yeah, it looks like everything's okay, yeah. Musculoskeletal.
Greg,
Still
it's
going
my
to do
fault.
echo tests. I'll get a stress test, but no, everything looks good. Cholesterol's good. Blood pressure looks good.
See, I give him a heart attack every day. They never know what we're going to do, where we're going to go. And then apparently Zioli at 11 is going to be broadcasting from a hospital. God knows what's going on with Zioli. And if he broke something, it's a sin. It's a sin. But we love you, Dan. We love you, Greg Stott. Greg gets to get out of here and go to one of his corporate shill or corporate shrill, as Carol yesterday coined. That was pretty funny. Carol got him. That was pretty good stuff. All right. So we move on. So this big Bucks County premiere that we're talking about, this is going to be awesome. Please go to broadandliberty.com. If you don't have a ticket yet, I really hope to see you on Sunday. It's going to be at the NAC, the Newtown Athletic Club, and I'm so honored to be part of it. But some of these speakers, world-class speakers, and it'll be an intelligent, lovely, a few laughs, but we'll have a great conversation about this incredible movie that is premiering. And you'll get to see the movie, and then we'll have a discussion. It's going to be awesome. 2:00 at the NAC, warm and cozy. So I really do hope that you want to
run some of that trailer. It's a fantastic trailer that we got.
Yeah,
here.
let's run some of it if we could. Good idea.
Mental justice helps create educational justice. use this for the society that we want to see.
We need to close schools.
Bam!
COVID is God's gift to the left.
15 days. 15 days to slow the spread.
My name is Natalia Marukfer. I'm a New York City public school parent.
I had a really nice teacher.
Stay at home.
It was just so hard to learn.
Limited amount of bandwidth.
Low-income kids were way less likely to have technology.
Teachers didn't care.
They took the rims down.
Kids couldn't get recruited. You weren't allowed to go into a public high school.
Didn't want to lose sight of our hopes and dreams.
Everybody is scared.
Fear!
Out of an abundance of caution.
Abundance of caution.
How could this really happen?
15 days.
We knew that remote education was not a substitute for opening schools.
Student engagement was much lower.
Kids that I competed with
Disappeared.
They were gone.
I want to shut down.
This is the story of the families who fought to uncover the truth.
California Teachers Association,
the teachers union,
was doing opposition research on parents.
Really high level of coordination.
15 days.
I don't have a direct number to Director Walensky, do you?
Yes, I have Director Winlinsky's direct number.
What a great gift. We have to use it.
Basically, in the name of equity,
Keep everything shut down, especially the schools.
Is it the virus keeping the schools closed, or were there special interests?
this was the biggest smash and grab.
Stop the bleeding.
More money.
We need $1 trillion.
That's a sick society.
And on top of that, another $100 billion.
We create the future that we want.
We change narrative, we change lives.
All of a sudden, you have
George Floyd protests.
If I go out and carry the right sign, I can hang out with 1,000 people.
Following the death of George Floyd.
The piece that I didn't understand, you can protest.
But 28 kids can't go sit in a classroom.
15 days.
We're just watching the news.
Propaganda.
oh, kids be sicker.
We don't know the mortality rate.
No, they are not getting sicker.
Infection fatality rate much lower in reality.
We're harming them more psychologically.
Life years lost from the lockdown exceeded life years lost from the virus.
We had struck a chord.
15 days.
We were attacked.
How dare you question any of this?
Despicable behavior.
White supremacists.
Death threats.
Cause misery.
Kids will recover.
Enough. 15 days.
15 days?
15 days. I'll never forget. I get chill bumps. I don't know if you do, but I get chill bumps just thinking about it. The impact on my kids. Whew, we all live this together. And for those of us here, remember that Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, we were ground zero. We were one of the strictest shutdown areas in the nation. My kids suffered. I know many of your kids suffered. We need to make sure this never happens again. Natalia Marukfer, long, a tireless advocate for children's health and well-being. And she has produced, by the way, the NYU really expose, if you will, on family health, and New York City Healthy School Food Alliance. And in this one, I'm so honored for Natalia to join me now to talk about 15 days, why this is such an important film for you to have produced, and continue the conversation, Natalia, to make sure that this never happens again. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks so much, Dawn, for having me.
Absolutely. So, number one, I know that you want to raise awareness, and you've issued some of these campaigns. What do you want people to know? I hope, and this is really, if I can just make the pitch again for everybody to join us on Sunday to watch your film and as well to join in a discussion. But for you looking back and thinking about this, what's the number one thing that you can say to people about what we experienced and what we continue to fight for in real time?
Yeah, I mean, those 15 days are still ongoing. They never ended. I remember when we got the schools opened, I thought, well, maybe now, we can go back to normal. But as Randy Weingarten and so many of the nefarious characters in this film are pretty much pointing us to, it's a new world order. And for those of us who like our republic, I think, the fight is really just beginning.
Yeah, that's so true. Even earlier this morning, because I'm a co-host on the earlier show from 6 to 10. And so our executive producer of that show had talked about this new virus and the World Health Organization and, it's coming from bats. And I thought, oh my gosh, you're kidding me. Like, here we go again. And it makes me paranoid. But that's why this conversation, 15 days, this is important for us to not forget it, because I feel like people are already forgetting what we went through, what our kids went through, and there are just other battles brewing. Do you see that? Do you see signs in today's news headlines where you think, oh no, they're not done. They're not going to back down.
Oh no, they're not done. That was just a prologue. The school shutdowns. Of course, yes, people are forgetting. There's also, an unwillingness almost to revisit and demand any sort of accountability, and that's exactly why the film exists, because somebody needed to do a forensic analysis of what happened. I mean, this was the scene of a terrible crime against our country. Our children are our country. They are our future. And no one has gotten to the bottom of it, I think. I think we come pretty close.
Yeah, well, and you, and yesterday, for example, and I got to know all these moms locally here in Philadelphia. And they have a story very similar to yours. That I saw your op-ed that you wrote in the past in the New York Post, where you said, "I was just a New York City mom." I mean, if I could just put that script in there. Beth Ann Rossica, who's become a regular on my show now, Natalia, she says the same thing. She was just a Chester County, Pennsylvania mom, and she, by the way, was a Democrat. Beth Ann, another mom locally. Maybe you'll meet some of these moms, but another mom in Bucks County. And Meg, she was somebody who was, quote unquote, just a mom, ended up now being a national name. Why? Because they realized by asking questions, by filing just right to know information about their own kids' schools, they started uncovering, what you called a smash and grab, which is a great line, but the tyranny. And that's what we've experienced. So with 15 days to slow the spread, why is it so personal to you, and I would say other moms like you?
Because we saw our children suffer. I remember when they first closed the schools, how difficult it was for my then kindergartner and my third grader. They were just kids thrive in routines. The social aspects of school can't be overestimated. They learn how to relate to each other, to develop relationships, to make mistakes and fail and get up again. And those are things that can never be taught via a screen, no matter how good the person behind it is. It's just impossible. Learning doesn't happen in that way, especially for children that age. And I remember the longer school stayed closed, the harder it was for them. And I kept thinking, well, my kids are very lucky. They live in a stable home with two parents. I was fortunate enough to be with them while my husband struggled through work. But I thought about all the other kids who did not have stable homes, or maybe even, parents who were around, or kids who had to take care of their siblings and not even attend Zoom school. I mean, there were so many different scenarios, and they just seemed to be out of sight, out of mind. And I thought, for all the people who've checked out of this, it's important for me and for as many others to really become involved and advocate for the voiceless, because it's not just about my kids, it's about all of the kids. I mean, we're part of a community, we're part of a society. In New York City, we live in a very population dense environment. If a member of our community suffers, we suffer. And I just really, that's kind of how I saw it.
And your film nationally, I know, has been watched, has been viewed more than 1 million times. And I look forward to again seeing it. But I would say this, every time you see it, there's something new that you see, some question or some thought. So I think it's thought-provoking, conversation-provoking. But for you, it all started, I believe, like a lot of the moms locally that I've talked to, you were filing, some things in the courts. And at the end of the day, you sued then Mayor Bill de Blasio, right? And that's kind of part of your journey.
Well, actually, even before that, some moms from Pennsylvania had reached out to us and said, you guys, you really need to organize. You need to raise some money. You need to become a force to be reckoned with. And at the time, I was a New York City Democrat. I'm still registered a Democrat because it's useless to be a Republican in the city. You can't vote in the primaries. But they reached out and they were like, they were like, we'll help you. And I remember one of them had said, you guys are Republicans, right? And I was like, no, actually, we're Democrats. And she was like, that's all right. We'll reach across the aisle. And I was like, this is incredible. This is really uniting issue. And so honestly, like the story for me in many ways did begin in Pennsylvania. And I'll forever be grateful to people like Beth Ann and other parents out there who just were absolutely welcoming and helpful and supportive throughout.
And so for this, it's a real story. So how do you go about then as you're on this journey, right? And you and I hate when women say, I'm just a mom, because I hate when you say that, right? When any moms in our lives, because you're the really moms like you are the heroes, the unsung heroes, if you will. I think we should celebrate more the unsung heroes who fought back and had the best instincts. That's one thing I've learned. Don't ever question your instincts as a parent, and don't question anybody else's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a very, very instinctive person. I have a master's in food studies from NYU, so I used to be very entrenched in academia, but I've really learned to always trust my gut. As a small diversion, I remember reading Malcolm Gladwell's book, The Tipping Point. And I think the following one, I can't remember what it was called, but in it, he talks about the importance of trusting your gut and not ignoring, kind of your intuition, and how we're often told, oh, just ignore that. It's fine. And I think, as a New Yorker who was here during 9/11, I remember that slogan, if you see something, say something. Mm-hmm. I really internalized that. I saw something. I thought it was really wrong. And you know what troubled me more than what was happening? How few people spoke up. Yeah. They were afraid to be canceled. They were afraid they were going to be classified right-wingers or white supremacists or whatever it was. And that was the tool to silence people and to actually get them to stop advocating for their own children. That is something that we need to end. And one of the reasons why this film exists is hopefully not to give people answers. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying, if you see something, say something, trust your gut, and put your children first.
Yeah, it's well put. And so with this one thing that I know you've said in the past, and many have said, where are there criminal charges, or where is there an investigation? And sometimes I think, should we all can we file a class action lawsuit as to our kids being damaged? I know that that's not realistic, but it is realistic to hold accountability. Do you see some of that playing out as far as actually holding people accountable?
Not in that way.
I don't either.
However, we see, I think, one of the central characters and the central voices who really, I think he's celebrated, but I don't think we give him nearly enough credit for helping us not, fall even deeper into this hole that was created for us, is Jay Bhattacharya. And he spoke up at his own peril. He was a scientist at Stanford University. He'd done research on the infection fatality rate early on. He knew that the disease had spread much more than was being reported, and therefore the number of people dying from it was really far less. The infection fatality rate, how fatal was this disease? And he could see that we were overreacting, and particularly not protecting the vulnerable, which were the young people that needed to resume life normally as quickly as possible. And he spoke up. He did research. He spoke up, and he started getting death threats. Right? I mean, he lost 40 pounds. Everybody at Stanford turned against him. He and his fellow scientists there, Scott Atlas, got censured. I mean, they put them through hell just for doing their duty as scientists and getting to the answer, not being ideological, just trying to get to the science. Well, I mean, in terms of holding people accountable, that's one conversation. But I guess what I'm seeing now is that people like Jay are at the forefront of of redefining where our national institutes of health are. He's talking about replicability in research and looking at the real causes for chronic disease and illness in America and how to get America healthy again under Secretary Kennedy. So I don't know if I'm seeing accountability exactly. That might look different than what we might want to see, but I am seeing a path forward and it is promising.
Yeah, and for you, what if I hope everybody locally can come out to the Bucks County at the NAC at the Newtown Athletic Center. But what do you hope people do if they're hearing your voice, hearing this conversation? What can people do other than watch 15 Days and share it?
Well, that would be a great start. And we've been screening it all around the country. I just came back from 2 screenings in California. One of them was sold out. The other one was pretty close. So,
Nice.
I mean, I think it's important to talk to children and to young people about what happened, to tell them that there were adults who fought for them, that I think many young people are losing their hope and their spirit. And I think it's up to us as adults to model open dialogue, discourse, not self-censor, and really mentor the young people in our lives to help them rise up as responsible, moral, articulate, and free Americans.
How are your kids doing?
I'm grateful. They're fine. They're 11 and 15. My older daughter's in high school, and my younger daughter is in middle school. And they're happy. I mean, we live in New York City, so it's a very precarious time here. Everybody's walking on eggshells. We have Mayor Mamdani, as you may have heard.
Yeah.
That is a scary proposition, especially for Jews in New York City. So there is a lot of trepidation, but I'm grateful that I think, I'd like to think they're okay, but time will tell.
Yeah. So for my kids, my youngest was in middle school and my oldest was actually in high school. And so I still see the effects of it. I do, but I have relatives in the area who fairly recently pulled their younger kids out of grade schools, public schools, and put them in private schools. And so I just think the indoctrination and other issues going on other than health are still happening. You mentioned Maha, and you mentioned your degree, and I should have asked you that. Are you getting more involved in, talking about the Make America Healthy movement and talking about healthier school lunches? And that kind of also goes along with mental health. Kids suffered mental health, obviously, during the pandemic.
I've written a couple of op-eds about it in the New York Post. Other than that, not really. I was on a New York City Healthy School Food committee through the Department of Education for a few years prior to the pandemic, and we were coming really close under Mayor Adams, who really prioritized healthy school food, to scratch-based cooking. But it's very complicated. The system isn't really set up. I mean, I can advocate for scratch-based cooking in schools, which I think is essential. But what I learned from being on that DOE committee is that many schools are not even equipped with kitchens. All they can do is reheat things, and the skills among the workers are being lost. So this is such a deep problem. I am so grateful for what Senator Kennedy and Jay Bhattacharya and Marty Makari are doing. I think that they're making leaps and bounds, but these problems aren't going to be resolved very quickly. I think awareness is the best we can do for now. And I think the Maha movement's doing, great work. We have a new food pyramid, for one thing, that's definitely more science-based and more about healthy, unprocessed foods and proper, dairy that's not been skimmed, and meats and vegetables and fruits, foods that have not been, incentivized or subsidized in this country.
Natalia Marakfur, thank you so much. 15 days, and we hope to see you on this Sunday. It'll be Newtown Athletic Club, February 1st, 2 o'clock. You can go to broadandliberty.com, get those tickets. They're only $10. And so I just... what you're doing, I just admire you. You are a hero mom. We have to have an awards ceremony or something for great moms like you, Natalia.
All right. Thanks so much, Dawn.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Take care.
Okay.
Natalia
Thank you.
Marakfur. She's great. and kind of living what many of us have lived through. But 15 days, the real story of America's pandemic school closures. Again, Newtown Athletic Club. I can't believe Sunday is February 1st already either. Yeeks. We can't get done with January soon enough.
Yeah.
I know. It's cold. Oof.
Yeah,
Well, it'll be nice
freezing.
and cozy inside the NAC, right, Dan?
You're a great
So,
man.
do you have any idea what Zioli, what did he break a leg or something?
All I know is that he said,
gosh.
hey, look, I can't do Zoom today. I'm sitting in a hospital bed, so we got to do it on phone. So he's going to give us a ring. He's going to call us because he's very, very committed to joining us.
But he's in a hospital bed.
I think so.
He's hospital. Oh, my.
Yeah. Well, we'll get more info. I don't know what the hell's going on with him.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Be
I got to
safe.
cue those up, don't I?
Yeah, you got to get the Mama Zioli, my Richie. Oh, God. All right. Well, we'll get with Zioli, find out, say a prayer for him.
blowing it up. Oh, be careful, baby.
Oh, dear. Be careful. He wasn't careful, baby. I hope he's okay. Oh, my gosh. All right. This is the Dawn Show. We have a lot going on. We have Zioli coming up, and we'll go through if he's well enough. I want to get Zioli's take on the story of Nicki Minaj. So I know that we mentioned Nicki Minaj because she was there with President Trump. If you didn't hear about it, now we're learning more about her status as a citizen or lack thereof, her gold card. What's up with that? She says she's Trump's #1 fan, which we knew that she was a Trump fan since 2018, but we did not know her citizenship status. So that's raising some eyebrows, if you will. So we'll get to that. So we got to take a break. Zioli around the corner. A lot of breaking news. Stay right here.
I'm Emma Grade, host of Aspire with Emma Grade, a podcast where I sit down with people who don't just dream big, they build big. From culture-shaping voices like Mel Robbins to leaders redefining success on their own terms to game-changing entrepreneurs like Mark Cuban. Aspire is about mindset, ambition, and doing the work that actually moves the needle. If you're ready to raise your standards and take charge about the life and career you're building, Aspire is where you start. Follow and listen to Aspire with me, Emma Grade, an Odyssey podcast available wherever you get your podcasts.
If you owe back taxes, listen carefully to rule number 1. Never go up against the IRS alone. They're cracking down, freezing bank accounts, garnishing paychecks, canceling passports. Even your home or business could be at risk. But here's what they don't tell you. The IRS has powerful tax relief programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. That's why smart people call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. Nobody knows these programs like the experts at Optima. Their team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $2 billion in tax debt for people just like you. The IRS is not stopping, so don't wait. And don't take them on alone. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima today for a free consultation.
Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
The working families of La Una Labor District Council of Pennsylvania, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia are proud contributors to all aspects of growth in this great city. The Labor District Council provides safe, well-trained, productive workers who enable projects to be done on time and under budget. We appreciate our signatory contractors and their commitment to fairness and equality. Laborers, we're building a better future today.
Brought to you by the Laborers District Council Licit Fund.
You know, this is one of those topics that no one really wants to think about, but if you're a parent, a homeowner, married, or helping take care of aging parents, it's something that honestly deserves a little attention. I'm talking about estate planning. And before you tune out thinking it's complicated or expensive, that's actually why I want to mention Trust and Will. Trust and Will makes estate planning feel way less intimidating than it sounds. They offer modern, attorney-designed wills and trusts that you can create online. And the process is surprisingly straightforward. In fact, you can create a will in as little as 30 minutes. That includes things like guardianship for your kids or pets, how your assets are distributed, and even healthcare directives. Don't wait until it's too late. Protect your loved ones with Trust and Will, the most trusted name in online estate planning. Go to trustandwill.com/plan to get 20% off. That's trustandwill.com/plan for 20% off. Trustandwill.com/PLAN.
Looking for beautiful, high-quality furniture for your home? Look no further than Bucks County Estate Traders. Skip the big chains and discover their massive showroom in Hatfield, packed with 16,000 unique pieces, where you can furnish your whole home in one easy visit. Shop comfortably and get it delivered locally or wherever you are. Thanks to their exclusive white glove carrier network, Bucks County Estate Traders handles delivery nationwide, so you can save time, effort, and money. Visit buckscountyestatetraders.com or their showroom in Hatfield today.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. This is Mike Quick. Get rid of those flimsy tablets and slow computers and get your team the game changer in point-of-sale solutions for restaurants, casinos, and bars. PDQ POS. Their state-of-the-art technology ensures that transactions are swift, secure, and hassle-free. But that's not all. PDQ Signature Systems is not just a point-of-sale system, it's a complete business management solution. Join the thousands of companies that have made the switch and upgrade to a customized POS solution from PDQ Signature Systems. Visit PDQPOS.com.
Bria here to tell you about the excitement happening now at Lexus of Cherry Hill. The L Certified Winter Collection Sales Event is on. New year, new ride. Get special finance rates on L Certified Lexus models now through March 2nd. With over 300 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, your next Lexus is waiting. Family and veteran-owned and operated, Lexus of Cherry Hill is proud to be an 8-time J.D. Power Dealer of Excellence for customer sales experience. Start your journey today at LexusofCherryHill.com.
For J.D. Power Dealer of Excellence information, visit jdpower.com/US-DOE.
There's a reason that potato chips don't come in a clear bag.
There's only 8 chips in this bag.
That's why. It's only about 2/3 full. The rest is air. It's a lot like opening up your 401k at retirement. You get about 2/3 of it, and the rest goes to Uncle Sam. Jim Cipriotti at the Retire Ready Financial Group can help. His tax mapping process can help forecast what your tax bill will be in the future, and that way you can build a strategy now to potentially decrease your tax bill in retirement. In other words, more for you and less for Uncle Sam. Call today for your complimentary retirement tax mapping report, 610-894-7415. That's 610-894-7415, or find them online at retirereadyfg.com. And get Uncle Sam's greedy hands out of your retirement.
Hey, you've had enough.
With a complimentary tax mapping report from Jim Cipriotti. Investment advisory services offered through Retire Ready Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through James V. Cipriotti, Retire Ready Financial Group, LLC, NPN number 2083768.
Is your water heater leaving shower time feeling like a polar plunge? Overloaded electrical panel? Have your lights flickering like a nightclub? Count on Horizon Plumbing and Electrical to be there same day with no emergency service fee and next day installs. Whether your water heater needs repair or replacing, or your electrical panel needs an important safety upgrade, our highly trained specialists will get your issues sorted in no time. And with 0% interest financing on major repairs and installations, Horizon can help you protect your budget too. Book horizonservices.com today.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Talk Radio 1210, WPHT, WPHT HD, WOGL HD3, Philadelphia. Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Piazza Premium Automobile Studios.
Powering your drive with 10 brands and 20 locations.
Live and local from Philadelphia. The Dawn Stensland Show on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT.
It is Friday. We are winding down the month of January. Some of the headlines this morning, all these plowing complaints as this Arctic cold continues to encase Philadelphia, our entire region, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, and light snow is expected to fall down the shore, at the Jersey Shore, and as well along the beaches of Delaware. Another headline this morning, Don Lemon, the not so journalistic journalist as he's self-proclaimed, he's under arrest by federal authorities.
Just what he wanted.
Yes.
Great.
Yes. Having to do with the Minneapolis church bursting, but they caught up with him in Los Angeles. Philadelphia Eagles hire QB coach for Green Bay, Sean Mannion.
Wait.
As the new OC, the new offensive coordinator.
Great last name.
Mannion with two N's, no relation, I should say, to
just making sure.
The great Ryan Mannion, who we know, sister of Gold Star's sister, Travis Mannion Foundation. But yeah, I looked at that right away, but no relationship.
My initial thought as well, yeah. Is there? No? Okay.
Yeah, it's two. So
Go
the
Birds.
Travis Mannion Foundation has one N, and Sean Mannion, the QB coach, and he played in college and the NFL, I believe. And also, I did do the story earlier. We have a man who's actually in critical but stable condition in the hospital after being pistol whipped during that fight over a parking spot in Philadelphia. Because let me tell you something, in Philadelphia, if you did not shovel out that parking spot and you think you're going to pull into it, it's Philadelphia. Please don't attempt. There's a chair. Just drive on by. Shovel yourself. There's that going on. Rich Cioli, are you okay? You're in the hospital.
I thought you were talking about me being in critical
no,
stable condition. Hi, Dawn.
What the hell
Hi,
happened,
honey. Is Mama Zioli? Is Mama Zioli like saying prayers, lighting candles?
Oh, be careful, baby.
What's going on?
Oh, that was a minor thing. You know, I was shoveling snow the other day, and I had some chest pain.
Oh man!
And then I was doing it again yesterday and sledding with the kids after my podcast, and then had some more chest pain. So they said, "Come in," and then it turns out they don't let you go home. It's like you can leave. Right. You don't have to go home, but like they won't let you leave. It's crazy. So I got a couple more tests, but I'm going to be okay. But you know, since my mom had a heart attack, and they said that guys, you should make sure you don't have a blockage. So they should make sure I don't have a blockage, which runs in my family, unfortunately. And then if there's no blockage, we'll be good to go.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
It's all that pasta that you eat there, Rich.
And well, the truth is,
exactly, Dan.
So Dan, believe it or not, Dan Borowski he was just at a cardiologist yesterday.
I got an echo and I got a stress test coming up, Rich. Me and you, two peas in a pod. I like this.
Look
two
at
heart
that.
buddies.
We should have gone together and got the 2-for-1 discount plan.
Is there a twofer? I know you're in great hands.
Come on.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, well, I'm at Cooper. They're taking great
with
care
your
of me,
connections, Rich, I'm sure there is.
So you're at Cooper and Dr. Maz. We can count on you, Dr. Maz, to make sure Rich is okay. So that's good. Thank you.
Yeah. And his wife, Joanne, is a cardiologist,
right.
so she's all over the case, too. But, it's just out of an abundance of caution, as they say, because you don't want to mess around with these things when you have 3 little kids. Right, Dawn?
Absolutely. Right? But no, this happened to my brother-in-law, Bobby, a few years ago. And the same kind of, he was like, oh, come on, he was actually at a flight the next day. And there was a nurse who said, you know what? I don't like what I'm seeing here, and you're probably okay. But out of an abundance of caution, do you know that had Bobby gotten on the flight, he might not be with us? It was so he did. And they just, same thing where they, if you're there and they just do a little, it's like I call it the roto-rooter, and they do a roto-rooter to the whatever vessel thing and the stent thing, and then boom, you're okay. But if you leave and it's a little bit of a blockage, could be very bad.
Yeah.
So that.
Is that true? And that saved his life?
Yes, saved his life. It was.
Wow.
And in the Menti side of the family, because it's Bob Menti, I'm like giving his business now. But I hope the whole family knows, or maybe I have to be careful. But the truth is, there's zero family history in my husband's. There's no heart history. He had it was a major thing. And so,
wow.
Yeah. So if they tell you what Cooper just told you, stay. And look,
that's it. You know, that's what they said. They were like, well, first of all, they wouldn't let me leave last night because I told them I think it was just agita. I think it was just something I ate.
Do you have panic attacks, Rich?
Not really. No. I mean,
I hope it's not me.
Good.
The men in my life.
I just say that because panic attacks can sometimes manifest as like a heart issue. Like I'm wondering if that's what my issue is, or if it's gastrointestinal, musculoskeletal, or so many things. So keep your head up, brother. I just hope you're
so many things.
You know, I hope they eliminate the hardest, the heart stuff. Lisa says, Rich, I'm so sorry about your chest pain. On the bright side, it's good that they're looking under the hood. Cobra says, doctors say for 45 years that becomes dangerous. He's talking about the shoveling, and there's a lot of conversation happening over on YouTube how shoveling can wipe people out and be careful and such. And I know you were sledding when you had your second instance, but Rich, that is scary, man. I hope you're feeling better, brother.
Well, thank you to the YouTube community. And now they're going to have to update the bingo card with all of my various maladies and surgeries and falls. And the time that I rescued everybody on the pontoon boat, risked my life to save everybody on the crew of the pontoon boat that time and broke a rib. So, I am especially fragile to these things. But
fragile.
No, but look, listen, Dan, it could be stress. All those trips back and forth to New York and having to be in Mamdami's New York with that congestion.
Well, I mean, I got to say, yesterday, wasn't it just yesterday, Dawn, that we saw Rich on Fox News, or was it the day before? I mean,
yesterday.
No, it's yesterday.
10:35-ish.
So you come home after doing the hit from New York City, and you go sledding with your kids, and that's when this happens. I mean, I would have to think that stress is involved in it.
Came down from New York. I recorded my podcast. We had a great episode yesterday. It's up on YouTube and on all the podcast platforms. Went sledding with the kids. And I was in a great mood. I was happy. We're super happy. So I think it's probably just. I think the other night I had bad Chinese. Dan, I think that's what it is.
Could be.
No, they would have known by now. They would have known by now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Think so? I mean, don't they have to go through all the hard stuff first, though, Dawn, and eliminate all that before they can tell it's just the Chinese?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're there. Sarah Weiss, our dear Sarah Weiss, says, "Aw, hang in there, Rich. Prayers to you, my friend." Sarah, I texted you.
I'll be fine.
I texted you last night. Sorry to do. I was trying to get a hold of Sarah. I texted her last night, so I don't know if I'm like on the YouTube. Like, did you change your number?
I'm thinking what's happening here. Sarah probably made other plans, and that's why there's.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So Rich, where do we want to start here?
John.
Are you okay? I don't want to give you a heart attack.
Can I start somewhere? I want to ask, because we're talking about shoveling, and this video went viral.
So this is one of the reasons why the divorce rate is so astronomically high right now in America. As you can see, you got this little young lady out here shoveling all this heavy snow. She has no help. Where's her husband? Like, where's an able-bodied strong man that's able to shovel some of this load and help this lady with all this stuff? She probably cooks dinner, folds laundry. All right.
So that went viral because it's a funny video, but there is some truth to that. There's a lot of women out there who are now shoveling their snow. One being the very beautiful Dawn Stensland. So I'm curious, did Larry get out there? And Rich, are you doing the shoveling still for your family, or now because of the hard stuff is Bridget doing it?
So I was out there. Bridget was helping, and Patrick was helping. And I'll tell you what, having an 11-year-old, that's key. He kind of fake shovels. You know what I mean? Like he kind of fakes it a little bit. Just like a little, But the problem with this particular storm was all that friggin' ice, and then of course the plows go by and plow you in. You know what I mean? But we went and helped the guy across the street because he was in his 70s and he was shoveling. So I sent Patrick over there to help him. I was like, come on, buddy, go give that guy a hand. You know what I mean? So then if I do have a massive heart attack and die, it'll be because of my benevolence, Dawn. It'll be because of my good nature trying to help the neighborhood. You know what I mean?
Road Warrior says, good luck, Rich. Sarah says, Dawn's, she got my text.
She just texted me.
She just ignored me. Oh, and now that Rich is here and it's for Dan, she just ignored me. Sarah.
You see?
No, we love each other. It's all good. She texted
and Nick Tail just texted me and said, Memdani, Mikey, COVID vax. This is so coordinated. Soros wants your heart.
Oh my
I think
God.
He's right. Soros is coming from my heart.
You're going to give your mom, Mama Zioli's going to have a heart. Did you tell your mother?
No.
She's I hope she's not finding out.
Oh, be careful, baby.
Jeez.
No way. So, and Mikey Sherrill, the new governor, was on the Daily Show the other night. Did you see that?
Yes.
It wasn't funny. I didn't laugh. Did you laugh?
Nope.
No.
She's not funny.
Did not laugh once.
The only funny thing was when the first debate with Jack, and she had that horrible suit. She needs a better wardrobe person, but she had total camel toe. And I called it out, and she did get a little better, because as a woman, any other woman on set with somebody, you got to tell, like, oh, yo, you got the camel toe. What are you doing here?
Do you actually say that, though?
Yes.
I feel like that's like when you have a booger in the stash. Do you really say something?
You have to say something. Like when you're on Fox News, well, a guy, like if one of the women.
Oh, I had a camel toe yesterday.
Did Jimmy stop you and tell you, hey, Rich, you got a camel toe?
Yeah.
It's an unwritten rule.
The thing.
I do have an example of some of the humor from Daily Show that we can get to eventually, but I don't want to cut you off, Rich. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
No, I would love to hear some good time humor. We could all use a laugh, Dan, in this troubled time.
Information on helping New Jerseyans know their rights. We are not going to allow any ICE raids to be staged from state properties, and we are also going to be standing up a portal so people can upload all their cell phone videos and alert people. Like if you see an ICE agent in the street, get your phone out. Yes. We want to know because they have not been forthcoming. They will.
I can't take any more of it. I'm sorry. It's just.
No, that's bad. That's really bad. She's not funny, but she's still more talented than Bruce Springsteen. We're staying in the New Jersey lane right now.
God.
No, Mikey Sherrill's running for president. I told you guys this. This is her play. She wants to run in 2028. She figures if Josh Shapiro is coming out and he's saying that we have to not work with ICE and we got to block ICE, she should do the same thing. These are considered the centrists of the Democrat Party. What does that tell you about today's Democrat Party?
It's a hot mess. Yeah, so I want to get into Nicki Minaj a little bit and talk about that with Trump, but Dan has a little something for you.
Yeah, no, it's just a great opposite perspective of how this should be handled. I mean, you have Don Lemon being arrested. You have what we just heard there from Mikey Sherrill and ICE. And now you have Grady Judd down in Florida who says how they deal with things down in Florida.
Patrol, where the Chicago Police Department instructed the police officers not to run in and help their colleagues who were calling for help, who were under attack by a bunch of people clearly violating the law.
Now for Florida?
That's scary. Let me give you the antithesis of that. We had a single man resist ICE agents and get away from them in our community. We sent a helicopter, a drone, K-9, and 50 law enforcement officers to surround an area, and we found that guy who violently resisted ICE.
Yeah.
And we locked him up in jail where he should have been. If you allow anarchists and criminals to run wild in your community, people will die. People will be shot. Now let me say this. For other law enforcement leaders across this state and nation, you need to be standing up saying the same exact thing that I am.
That's right.
Because when you have a breakdown of the rule of law, when you allow anarchists, criminals to take over the streets and attack law enforcement officers and then not send them help, that's a slippery slope, a real slippery slope.
Got to watch those slippery slopes.
Wow. Man, that guy's he's like a movie character. I love this sheriff. And the point about Don Lemon getting arrested, I think I heard Stalker say it this morning. Best thing that can happen to Don Lemon. It's what he wanted. It's what he wants. It's not going to go anywhere, but, it's all the attention. Brian Stelter's crying like a little girl because he sounds like a little girl. So, and the DOJ is releasing 3 million more pages of the Epstein files, guys. It's a great Friday.
Yeah, there's...
but I know that Dan is a libertarian, does not like Don Lemon getting arrested. I know. He's very fired up about it. I get it.
But can I just ask you something? Is it significant to you? As we've talked about for years together, when we worked together, and I was your news person on afternoons and then on mornings before you left me. But we talked about the Friday afternoon drop. So here it is, mid-morning, Todd Blanche, DOJ, saying, we're releasing these 3 million Epstein files, breaking news. Where's Pam Bondi? Is it significant to you, the guru, Riccioli, that in fact Pam Bondi is not the one at the podium? Go ahead, Dan, if you want to play a little.
With the production of this magnitude, mistakes are inevitable. We, of course, want to immediately correct any redaction errors that our team may have made. And so the department has established an email inbox for victims to reach us directly to correct redactions and any concerns when appropriate. That's been in existence since December, and we've been doing that since then.
So there it is.
That's a great observation, Dawn, that it's not Bondi there. Yeah, look, she's bungled this from day one. I would keep her as far away from the cameras as humanly possible if I were President Trump. I would keep her. I just think that she made an unnecessary headache for him. It's like I said the same thing about Kristi Noem the other night and some of the other people in his orbit. Like, your job is to just not give the guy agita. He's got enough agita on his plate. He doesn't need his cabinet officials making agita for him. So if you cause him negative press, if you wind up becoming the story, if he's got to clean up your mess because of things you say, you're not doing your job. Your job is to serve the president. It's not that complicated.
Well, I cringe at this because what are they? They're women. It's like back in the day, there was a plane crash and I go, oh, it's a female pilot, or, oh, the cop whose gun was taken away by the bad guy. Oh, it's a female cop. If this were the previous administration, would we be saying, well, these were DEI hires? Is that fair?
Maybe, but they would have been. That's the difference. These are very, at least Bondi is very capable and competent as an attorney, and she was the president's attorney. Kristi Noem, I don't think she really has a background in this, but no, I don't think it was. But would we be saying that? Hell yeah, we'd be saying that. Absolutely.
So Confession Friday, we'll confess it. Yeah, I have to come clean on it. I probably, and so although with this, Kristi Noem, a governor, executive experience, but not like you're saying. This wasn't her wheelhouse. So not her wheelhouse.
DHS was not the right call. Sending in Tom Homan, best move that they've made. Yeah. The guy has just got such a calming presence, and he just goes in there and he gets the job done, and he tells everybody how it's going to be. And but look, it's interesting how when you see what's happening in Minnesota and you look at Pennsylvania and New Jersey and those two governors, and instead of them saying the lessons we're going to learn are if ICE is an operation, we're going to make sure the state police are involved. Local police are involved so that you got the governor of New Jersey telling people to photograph ICE agents with their phone, and you have the governor of Pennsylvania saying that they will not cooperate if ICE has an operation to do. And these are presidential candidates. So, they want this chaos. They really do. They love to see it on the TV. They love to see it on the streets. They love it. It makes Trump look bad. It makes it look like Trump's America. I was talking to one of the guys at Cooper who's a moderate Republican, but he was saying Like, I'm so sick of all this. America's on fire. It's so divisive. It's got to stop, you know? And that's what they want. They want people to say that. So
it's very true. How's your heart? Are you okay? Can we I think we have to take a commercial break. Can we come back with you? Or what's Dr. Maz say? Do you have to go? You got a bedpan? You got a nurse with a sponge bath? What?
Okay, first of all, there's no bedpan. There's 2 nurses doing sponge baths. They come in at 11:30. No, they haven't showed up yet with the wheelchair.
I think they're blowing it up.
They are going to blow my heart up. That's true.
God.
This is all unnecessary. I'm telling you right now. I know this. This is all a gigantic waste of time and money. They should have let me go home last night. It's bad Chinese food. I'm telling you, Dawn.
No more.
Be careful, baby.
Chinese food.
All right, we'll take a quick break. What?
You want me to talk about Emmons?
Please.
Or Dr. Mike Veneri, I mean? Dr. Mike?
Yes, please.
Just in case I die before I get to my live read, right? Well, Dr. Mike is Dr. Maz's dentist, too, speaking of Dr. Maz. And it's funny because, you know, Dr. Maz and I were talking about Dr. Mike when he first became a sponsor of the show. And he loves him and goes to him, and his whole family goes to him. My whole family goes to him. And bringing it back around to Mama Zioli, Mama Zioli discovered Dr. Mike Veneria for our family. So he truly is the master of implant dentistry.
Oh, be careful,
and he'll
baby.
give you... and he does. Well, he does be careful. He takes the highest infection protection protocols in his office. So even cold and flu season, reverse osmosis airflow or something to sterilize the air. So you're going to be nice and safe. But you're going to get a free implant consultation, 2 locations, Cinnaminson and Woodbury. And you deserve a beautiful smile because everybody deserves a beautiful smile. And that's what Dr. Mike does. He helps people get beautiful, beautiful smiles. So I would love for you to reach out to him today by going to veneriadental.com, VANARIA, veneriadental.com. Because, you know, what you don't want is you don't want to walk around with a bad smile because then people call you Snaggletooth, Summer Teeth, or Governor Phil Murphy. And you don't want to be called those things in life.
It's a sin.
Okay, those are not nice things to be called.
Nice.
So go see Dr. Mike and get your smile. He's a dentist the other dentists trust and the dentist that other doctors go to, and doctors are very picky about who they choose for all of their healthcare needs. Dr. Mike Veneria, veneriadental.com.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-390-1164. 800-390-1164. 800-390-1164.
Are you a PA, New Jersey homeowner over 60 years old planning to sell your home in 2026? If so, there are 10 new rules you must know affecting seniors if you want a fast, top dollar, and stress-free sale. Diane Cordano-Casaccio here, Cordano Realtors. Join me and special guest Dom Giordano for a free breakfast seminar on Saturday morning, January 31st at 9 a.m. at the Hilton Garden Inn in Fort Washington. I'll show you these 10 new home selling rules for seniors, low-cost ways to stage your home, and insider strategies for you to win when selling. Also, learn if you should downsize now. Or what about capital gains? Or can you sell my home as is? Or should I sell first and then buy? And much more. Also, you'll get a copy of my new book, Hidden Cost of Overpricing. Do your research, get prepared when selling your home. Don't wing it. Diane Cordano says RSVP now. Call 215-576-8666 or go to 215-576-8666.com.
Hey, this is Larry Steinitz with Investor Schooling. I've been talking about myself for all these years. Now it's time for you to hear from one of our great clients.
Investor Schooling lives up to the promises. Larry's a great teacher, teaches about the whole new approach to thinking about money. Taken to heart many of the things that he's taught me, and my financial life has improved.
Come to Investor Schooling, and you could be just like Charlie and change your financial life. Go to investorschooling.com. We will see you Thursday.
This is Jonathan Cans, third-generation owner of Marvin E. Cans Heating and Air Conditioning. The last several years, I've been making this joke that we're Marvin E. Cans Air Conditioning because Philly really hasn't had much of a winter. But this year, winter's here. It's here to stay, and it's no joke. And furnaces are working harder than ever. So if you haven't had your heat service this year and you don't enjoy frozen pipes and you don't want your wife to turn into a popsicle, then call Marvin E. Cans Heating and Air Conditioning. Go to marvinecans.com. That's marvinekanze.com.
Al Budicus. I've been with Crash Proof Retirement since 2007. Today, inflation is taking a big chunk out of whatever money you have. Every time you look at the TV, whether it's eggs, gas, vehicles, something else is going up. Money's just trickling away, but at Crash Proof it doesn't. Crash Proof Retirement is an inflation fighter. Any money I made, I'll never lose it. You could take out what you need to take care of your financial needs, to cover the cost of inflation, and your money's still growing. There's nothing better than that. Since 2007, I have no fees, don't pay for anything. My money's safe, always was safe, always there, always growing. Thank you, Crash Proof Retirement.
Schedule an appointment or register for our next event happening at the William Penn Inn on Tuesday, February 17th, starting at 5 p.m. 800-722-9728 or crashproofretirement.com.
It's a new year, and there's no better time to invest in your smile than right now. It's 2026, and this is the year that you want healthier teeth, greater confidence, and care you can trust. So make your appointment now with Dr. Mike Veneria at Veneria Dental. With Dr. Mike, it's not about cost, it's about care. His compassion and commitment to your health is his top priority, and I should know he's my dentist. And for over 12 years, Dr. Mike has been recognized by his peers as a master of complex dental surgery and procedures. He treats other doctors. He's the guy the experts call the expert in handling complex dental surgeries and procedures. So, you know, my entire family goes to Dr. Mike, and when it comes to your health, you don't cut corners. That's why it's so important. You go to the best and only the best. With 2 offices to serve you in Cinnaminson and Woodbury. Make your appointment to get your free dental implant consultation today. If you've already had an estimate, get a second opinion. It's worth doing. This is your smile we're talking about. VeneriaDental.com, VANARIA, VeneriaDental.com.
Now you can listen to Talk Radio 1210 WPHT on the iHeartRadio app.
Rich Yoli's weekly appearance sponsored by Veneria Dental. It's not about cost, it's about care and commitment to dental excellence. Schedule your appointment with Dr. Mike today. Get a level of care that you deserve. Call 856-786-2020 or visit VeneriaDental.com.
Don't you mess around. Hey, we have more breaking news with, this is DOJ Todd Blanche, not the usual Pam Bondies we've been pointing out. Rich Scioli at Cooper Medical Center, but he's in stable condition, getting a sponge bath unofficially. Just kidding. But seriously, DOJ announcing 3 million pages of the Epstein docs being released today on this Friday as we head into February 1st, obviously Sunday. And then as well, they've just announced that they're opening a civil rights probe and investigation into the Alex Preddy killing. So DOJ making some major announcements and a major Friday mid-morning news drop, which is never a good sign. Scioli. Is it?
Dawn, I just want to also make a programming note. I will not be doing my video podcast today because I'm in a hospital gown, but the podcast, my show will still be on at 6 p.m. tonight on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT. So not to worry, and it'll be available on all the podcast platforms. We'll get back to the on camera presentation on Monday. Okay. So that'll be just a little bit. As for that civil rights investigation, fascinating, especially after the video came out of Alex Preddy kicking that ICE vehicle and breaking the taillight and the headlight. But that has nothing to do with 2 separate incidents. The shooting of him has nothing to do with that. But it does go to motivation that the guy was looking to get into conflict with officers. That doesn't justify the shooting necessarily. Doesn't mean the shooting's not justified either. It means it needs to be investigated. But
Interesting that they've opened a civil rights investigation. I think it's a very smart move to do, even if it doesn't go anywhere. I think just as a narrative changer, a very, very smart move.
So, speaking of smart moves, Nicki Minaj, smart move that she was with President Trump, but raising some eyebrows with a lot of headlines today saying, wait a minute, Nicki Minaj, did she get a gold card or a free pass from Trump saying that she's his number one fan? So I wanted to ask you about your take as far as her announcement that she came to this country as a 5-year-old illegally, and that in fact her citizenship has been kind of murky, and that she's not officially a United States citizen, although she's been a resident here for a long time, but now she snagged the Trump gold card.
Well, if she's got the gold card, what did they say? Membership has its privileges, right? Wasn't that the old American Express gold card commercial back in the day?
Yeah.
She loves Trump.
She loves him.
Loves him. Yeah.
And so,
I wonder how her fans are reacting to all this. Do we have any insight into that?
You know, the funny thing about it is, in my opinion, Rich, I think Hollywood might react to this, but I think that her fans are going to be her fans. I think she's getting some social media blowback, but not a ton. To your point, I haven't seen this huge. I'm seeing the so-called mainstream biased media saying the usual things. But the truth is, I think a lot of people feel like, she's doing what she's got to do. She got a gold card. Good for her.
Yeah. Yeah, look, it's one of those situations where the left is going to lose their mind, as they're always going to lose their mind, but the purpose of immigration has never been about opening our doors out of charity. Despite the Emma Lazarus poem on the Statue of Liberty, it's not what immigration is about. Immigration is about improving the country. In every country, that's their immigration system. So in other words, if you've got the means by which you can afford to pay that money, it means you're probably contributing something to society economically. You're building something, you're creating something. That's something we want in our country. We'd rather have it in our country than let another country have that. The left is all about fairness all the time, but it's not. That's not the purpose of an immigration system. The purpose is to say, do you have a skill? Do you have something that would help better the United States of America? If so, you can come. If not, then you can't. It's been that way since my grandfather came here from Ellis Island, and obviously, if he had known what would be the eventual offspring in me, they probably would have turned him around. You know what I mean? They would have sent that ship back to Italy. But no, look, if Nicki Minaj, who's incredibly talented, has incredibly successful, has made a boatload of cash and can afford that, it's because she should be able to. We want a Nicki Minaj being a United States citizen. What we don't want is a guy who's come from another country and is a drain on our resources. That's not and that has been happening. When Democrats get power, that's what they do. They bring in people out of some sort of charity, and then they become a drain on our resources. And there was a time when Democrats used to point that out. There's a famous speech that's recirculating of Dianne Feinstein back in I think it was either the late 90s or early aughts, where she was saying essentially that, we have 2 million illegals in California. It's a drain on our system. We can't afford it. So they were all on the same page with this at one point, too. It's just then they decided that they were going to open up the borders, let everybody in, and try to make these people voters. So that changed.
True. So I don't know if you heard about this, but this guy arrested for allegedly, I have to say allegedly, impersonating this FBI agent, trying to free Luigi Mangione, who today we heard that the death penalty is now off the table, by the way, for Mangione from that Brooklyn. But this guy was trying to break him out of it was a jailbreak attempt, apparently. But the guy was a pizza guy. And so I can't make this up. He came from Minnesota, of all places, came from Mankato, Minnesota, and went all the way to New York City. Mangione obviously is facing all these murder charges for allegedly being the assassin of the United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, husband and dad of 2 teenage sons, in December of 2024. But it's kind of a crazy story. This pizza guy thinks that he's going to break out an accused killer.
Well, okay, but Luigi Mangione is the most popular Democrat in the country right now and the front runner for 2028. So it's all about getting on board early, Dawn, with these people. You know what I mean? Eventually, everybody jumps on board. So the pizza guy is thinking about a job in a future Mangione administration if he wins. No, look, I mean, are you surprised by this? Are you surprised that this guy would think he could be successful rescuing his hero? The fact that he would think Luigi Mangione is a hero tells you he's off his friggin' rocker in the first place. So,
I guess they found in his bag that he had a round steel blade, which is the pizza cutter, right? So he had the pizza cutter in the bag.
That could definitely cut prison bars, no doubt about that. Mine can. It's very sharp.
The Zioli pizza cutter,
Yeah. You get it out of the wood-fired pizza oven. You need to have a really sharp pizza cutter. I'm just saying.
So Dan Borowski is showing that as we speak.
It's pretty dull, to be honest.
Yeah, it's around, it's
rusted a little bit.
I mean, Zioli's is much higher energy than that. Let's just be real
prime
here.
pizza cutter.
I can't see. I'm not looking at the YouTube. Is it really literally a pizza cutter as the guy uses at the corner pizza joint?
Exactly. No, I'm not making
like
it
a
up.
silicone
it would
outer.
take you, 150 years to potentially now maybe scratch one of those prison bars? I'm trying to figure out the discussed game plan here.
Oh, my God. I heard you cough, baby. I know your mom is worried sick right now. I heard you cough a little. Are you all right? We're very worried.
Yeah, no, I'm good. No, I'm
Dana
good.
Perino is sending flowers. Dana Perino is with some low energy guy. I can tell there's a little body language. It's not very good on Fox. She's she's very worried. That's.
I watched that, and I kept thinking about you, and I kept thinking about that body language, and I was like, Dana's not a fan.
She's thinking, where's my Richie? I'm telling you, because you're wholesome.
She gave me a copy of her book, Purple State, to read. Well, really for Bridget to read because it's chick lit. But she gave us that, and Bridget's loving the book so far. So yeah, she's totally loving it.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a great summer read for all the ladies on the list. Purple State. It comes out, I think, in April.
Why don't we have a Dana event? Can I come and have a book? Not politics. We came up with the name we could do Pinot Noir, like politics and Pinot or something. Have a ladies, thing. You could host it, but I'm going to calm off your coattails and be there to see Dana. Because I have her first book. I would get both books,
By the way,
one with Jasper.
The technician Megan's in here to do my vitals on, but she said I can stay on the call with you while she does my vitals.
You want to put her on the phone?
So she's just going to... I don't think she wants to come on the show. Do you want to come on a radio show, Megan? No, she's good.
She's good.
She's like, nah.
She's good. She's like, what's radio? Thank you, Megan.
That's right. Because anybody
she must be under 40.
Yeah. It really, like my kids, your kids, they're like, what? Radio.
They're like, what? Well, just saying.
OMG.
No, so she's going to do my blood pressure, make sure we're all good here. I think I'll give you the results in just a second.
Good Lord.
See if you guys have raised my blood pressure with your questions this morning.
We get live results of blood pressure. This is great.
Good Lord.
I wish we had this on video right now.
I know.
Let's see how we're doing here. Megan, how's your day going? All right? Good? Can't complain? Good. Everybody Cooper treating you okay?
While we wait for the blood pressure, I just want to put it out there. A lot on the YouTube chat of saying they miss Dawn and Rich together. I just want to put it out there every week. Every week, Fridays at 11 a.m., we will have Rich Zioli for a weekly check-in. So come back and,
Not bad.
Yeah. What do we got?
Hey,
Rich?
Dan, guess what? Megan just said my blood pressure is great.
Good.
You guys have not elevated it. Well done.
So we are good for his blood pressure.
I'm going to do my temperature. Hang on a second.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Is your temperature?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's actually doing it.
Now they have the updated. Why can't they do the forehead ones?
Yeah. Rich, you do an EKG yet?
I got an EKG last night. My heart looked good.
Oh, good.
I mean,
Okay.
all the tests look good.
Good, brother.
This is a gigantic waste of time.
No, it's not.
It's
like what?
Bad Chinese
It's not
food.
just the EKG. They
This
have to do
whole
other
thing.
testing. We know it. All right, my love.
The doctor's like, we just got to rule everything out and make sure you don't have a blockage so you don't have a massive widowmaker. I'm like,
that's what they said
but
to my brother-in-law.
Bridget would love to be a widow. That's what she's going for.
Oh, get out of here.
Like, that's
Nobody
literally why. She has life insurance, Dan. She's going to be on that new Ethos commercial. She's going to be the new spokeswoman.
As long as she doesn't use a vocal drag like that one, fry like the one woman.
Oh.
Yes, Princess Nivius. Rich is wholesome. She goes, Rich is wholesome. What's that mean? He's very wholesome.
So wholesome. Yeah.
He's You're wholesome.
He's a wholesome guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we get back to the vocal fry or that one?
Oh, sorry. Which one?
The woman from the Ethos commercial. She's like,
gosh.
When my husband died,
and so I had my handyman back because I was already...
lots of coverage. So bad.
So annoying.
Thank
So
God we had
annoying.
coverage from Ethos, but then the other guy who does the commercial, he's not much better. And he's like, my dad died, stroke, super hard, obviously. It's like, well, yeah, obviously. Yeah.
Who's worse, the vocal fry or the guy on the ladder who has problems with his gutters?
Oh, Ron's in the room next door to me. I didn't tell you guys.
He fell off the ladder.
Ron is actually in the room next door to me at Cooper for falling off all those ladders. Apparently, it turns out he has a severe case of dementia because he keeps getting back on ladders and making phone calls. I'm not joking. They're like, at what point are you going to learn?
Sorry.
It's a sin.
Sorry.
Well, listen, take care of yourself. Just remember that, you got the hospital gown on with no pants, so you can't be walking down the hall showing your tuchus.
If there's a time that you could be walking down the hall showing your tuchus, I would expect this to be it, no?
If anybody sees him, please take video. We will definitely air it.
I think they're blowing it out.
All right, you.
You guys don't have to leave. I'm going to be bored just sitting here by myself, but if you want to go. Fine.
Go.
Goodbye.
We got to go,
Goodbye.
Richie. We got to
All
go.
right.
We got to talk about escaping this spring. Rich Cioli, love you, man. Be well. I know. Boom, he left already.
No, I actually
Wow.
accidentally did.
You did that?
Yeah.
Don't do that. That's bad luck. Oh, my gosh.
The guy's in the hospital.
We got to talk about, Portugal, Spain this spring. I wish the Ziolis were going. He needs a trip. He needs to, relax, chill out. Seriously, we don't have many spots left, so I'm still allowed to talk about it, but it's selling out almost to the last drop. So, A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Portugal, Spain, come away with me next spring. And fine dining, the great wines we'll share, the seaside villages that we're going to see that are going to take your breath away. Stunning. 5738. Yes, that includes all of our nonstop flights from Together We Fly. That's why the flight is almost booked up, okay? But it's a nonstop flight from Philadelphia to Lisbon. The picturesque Douro River Valley, 4-star hotel properties, the dining events, rivaling the very best in Europe. Portugal, as you've heard me say, Europe's best kept secret. I want to take you there before the big secret's out. Private Portuguese tour escort where we have a blast together for your 10-day adventure. By the way, we'll go over the border into Galicia, Old World Spain, and we'll fly home from Porto. Join me, won't you, for the history, the cuisine, the unique beauty of the secret land, small but oh so impressive. Conservativetours.com. Just scroll down and you'll see the itinerary in its entirety. Or you can just call toll-free 888-733-9494. Cascais, Sintra, Coimbra, Cabo de Roca, of course, lively, charming Lisbon, all your sightseeing, private guiding. Call now. The flight is almost full. We got a few spots left. I think 2, maybe 4. 888-733-9494. I'll see you, Cafe Majestic in Porto. Conservativetours.com. Make sure you tell them Dawn sent you.
Oh, be careful, baby.
I dared Archwell Health to keep track of my vitals and my grandkids' names.
I dared Archwell Health to simplify my prescriptions, so Max and I have more time to play. Good boy.
And I dared Archwell Health to be closer than my neighborhood coffee shop.
Our members dared us to do more as a primary care provider for adults age 60 and up. So we made it our mission. Visit archwellhealth.com and become a member today. Archwell Health. We dare to care.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody. Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55, but unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
The Start Something New sales event is happening now at Tri-County Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Right now, lease a new 2026 Ram 1500 Bighorn for $499 a month for 39 months. Or get 0% financing for 60 months. Or lease a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Altitude or a 2026 Jeep Wrangler Sport Willys for just $389 a month for 39 months. Stop into our showroom today. Or visit us online at TriCountyCDJR.com to see more.
Searching for a new path to wellness? Dr. Molly Fantasia explains how medical hydration therapy can help you reclaim your energy. Listen to Health Watch, Sunday mornings at 8 on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT.
I'm Paul Cozy from Cozy Jewelers, and we're not your typical jewelry store. We're a family-owned jeweler and manufacturer, crafting nearly every piece right here in-house. When you shop with us, you're getting a curated, custom design experience, not just a selection of cases on a shelf. That means every piece is personal, crafted with care, and made to last. If you want something different, truly unique, and made just for you, this is fine jewelry the way it's meant to be. Come see us in Newtown Square and step up to the 5th C. Color, cut, clarity, carat, and cozy.
Hugh Douglas here. It's playoff season. The hits get harder, the nights get colder, and the stakes, well, they get a little higher. But some things don't change, like the slow pour of Jack Daniel's Tennessee whiskey over ice. Jack Daniels and playoff football go hand in hand, so make sure you pick you up a bottle at your local fine wine and good spirits stores. Try out the Tennessee Honey, Fire Apple, or the new Blackberry flavor. And don't forget classic old number 7 Black Label. Celebrate responsibly.
D&K Appliances is a family-owned and operated business for 3 generations located in Newtown Square and Flowertown. D&K Appliances offers one-stop shopping, providing delivery, installation, and service of top brands like GE, Thermador, Wolf, Bosch, Speed Queen, KitchenAid, and Whirlpool for your kitchen or laundry. D&K Appliance sales associates are industry experts, supporting customers every step of the way. Visit D&K Appliances, the dependable difference. Newtown Square and Flowertown showrooms, or visit DKAppliances.com.
Got to talk about my guys, Marvin E. Can. If you go to marvinecans.com, by the way, you'll see right in the front page, there's a picture of me with some of the guys that they snapped this picture right after they installed that Mitsubishi mini split, as I called it. So check it out so you can see the picture, hear our story, why I love the mini split. It's a game changer in our home because we had a lack of ductwork downstairs, didn't know how to solve that problem. But, you know, Marvin E. Cans, they've been in the community for generations now, and they're awesome. By the way, installed last year, we needed new water heaters, so they installed that. But they've been serving homes and businesses across our region, the main line, Philadelphia, for generations now, founded by Jonathan Kans's grandfather, who was a war hero, and that's why you'll be hearing more about them. Remember, we've got the Travis Mannion, our biggity big all day fundraiser that we do. And so Marvin E. Cans is part of that as well. But they also have been serving our local community for generations and partnering with a lot of different nonprofits and organizations serving those in need. And they're just really great guys and true technicians. I learned the hard way that some of these companies, you don't know it, but they are actually salespeople in disguise, the Decepticons, as I say. But my guys, Marvin E. Cans, they are the good guys, and they're going to serve you well. They're the mainline's oldest heating and air conditioning company, by the way. So you can trust them. I trust them, and they'll probably be in my house again next week because we got a tune-up schedule. But MarvinECans.com, KANZE.com. Make sure you tell them Dawn sent you.
Chester, we know your favorite station is Talk Radio 1210, WPHT.
There's so much breaking. I started out at 6 o'clock this morning talking about that horrific, deadly accident, and the accident scene investigators had to shut down both sides of the Roosevelt Boulevard this morning. So please be safe because we're in the deep freeze. Looking forward to Lincoln Financial Field tomorrow, 2 p.m. Tickets are still on sale. It's not sold out because it's, the link. But the Mummers string band competitions, can't wait. I know some of you are actually in the string bands. Jimmy Kelly was telling me he'll be at down 2nd Street tomorrow for the after
party. What time
party.
does that start, Dawn?
We start at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
So if you can't make it in person, obviously you can watch it on MeTV2 or WFMZ.com. Larry Bear and I will be hosting it tomorrow. And then for Sunday, we've been talking a lot about Sunday in Bucks County at the NAC, and that I'm honored to be hosting, or moderating, I should say, that event for the 15 Days to Slow the Spread movie. And tonight, it's a girls' night, if you will. So we'll be out in, where's that one? Warrington. That's a sold-out event, but it was for the Melania, the movie. We will see Melania's movie.
Yeah.
Love her.
Greg seemed really excited to hear, his name in Melania's voice.
I know. He's so funny. Well, he's heard it a million times, that's for sure.
Speaking of crash, can I take you to Kansas City, Kansas real quick for a crash that's gone viral, an absolutely nuts moment, Dawn?
Sure.
Here you go. Take a watch at this nuts crash, Dawn.
In an instant, a typical morning in Strawberry Hill became anything but. An SUV slams into a local business, sending debris flying.
But this is not, just to make clear, because there are some people who I'm friendly with, but they're broadcasting from Kansas City, and you might think that they're here, but they're not. They've not been here for many, many years. So I'm reporting live from Philadelphia, just for the point.
Yeah, that's good.
Sorry, I had to go there. Yeah. Because there are still some people who think that there's a guy on a local station.
Is he still on a local station? I don't even know. He's still
well, it might be. I don't know. But they think that he's here, but he's not. He's in Kansas City. He's very talented. He's a good guy, but sometimes people might think he's still here, but he's not been here for many, 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 many years.
No, and
Just want to point that out.
You can't fake authenticity.
You can't fake it.
And that's why we love someone like Dom Giordano, right?
Because Dom Giordano, I'm Dawn Stensland reporting to you live from Philadelphia. Dom Giordano is live in his studio, Odyssey World Headquarters, live from Philadelphia. We're just pointing out, Dom, because he played a clip from Kansas City. None of us are in Kansas City.
All right.
If I look like I'm in Kansas City, I apologize.
I was like, don't drag me into this one.
All right. No,
Hey,
I
Tom.
know. Yeah, I know. Dawn, we have a new Fed chairman, and this is, as you know, extremely important. What does E.J. Antoni say about that?
Ooh.
And more Krasner gold with Caitlin Collins last night. She did ask him 3 times, why do you still have to say Nazis? So he said something like, would you prefer the Golden State Killer that we tracked down when it comes to ICE agents?
It's ridiculous.
He is the all-timer. There has not been – he is Meghan Markle insufferable. The two of them should be married. That would be the punishment.
I don't know how his wife, Miss Rao, would feel about that, but
that's a great side question.
I think Prince Harry would be okay with it. Yes,
Dom, great side question. Who are two unrelated individuals that would make for a great couple?
Oh yeah. Well, punishment in hell. Yes. Yeah.
Well, it's going to be an awesome, awesome Dom show. E.J. Antoni, we love him. We love Dom Giordano. It's Friday. It's Dom.
Achieve your dreams and goals with a home equity loan from American Heritage Credit Union. As a homeowner, reward yourself for your hard work and investment. Home equity can be used in a variety of ways, like completing home improvement projects, fund a family vacation, consolidate bills, or pay for school tuition. Give back to yourself for your hard work. Visit AmericanHeritageCU.org/homeequity to learn more. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity. Not a member? Join today. NMLS 433838.
Picking out an engagement ring can be terrifying. You're searching for the ring, but have no idea where to start. Go to Family & Company Jewelers in Marlton. The team, especially JR, makes it easy. No pressure, just real help from someone who cares. They break down diamonds, styles, and what actually matters. Their selection is huge. Every shape, size, and price range. You leave confident, not overwhelmed. When it comes to finding the ring, there's only one place to go. Family & Company Jewelers, South Jersey's diamond destination.
Hey, it's Rich Zioli here with my friend Matt from Emmons Roofing and Siding. When it comes to protecting your home, you need a roofer that you can trust to do the job right.
That's why at Emmons, we're not just another contractor. We're your neighbors who've built our reputation on honesty, craftsmanship, and superior customer service.
Well, take it from me. Whether it's a roof repair or a full replacement, siding, windows, or doors, Emmons delivers long-lasting protection and peace of mind.
The most expensive project is the one you do twice, so call us today at 856-556-3229 or visit callemmons.com.
When it comes to iconic snacks, there's a reason Tastykake has been a favorite for generations. From peanut butter candy cakes to butterscotch crimpets, Tastykake delivers the classics you know and love. Baked fresh and packed with flavor. Perfect for lunch, dessert, or any time in between. Look for Tastykake wherever snacks are sold. Tastykake. Accept no substitutes.
Guys, if you want the greatest night of your life, I mean your best night ever, then you gotta hear this. There's a new ED pill out, and it's from the makers of Viagra. It's their first new ED pill in over 20 years. This new super pill is called Viagra AGV, and it's unbelievable. It works super fast, in only 11 minutes, and lasts up to 14 hours, thanks to its new vasodynamic delivery system. Plus, it's FDA approved and safe. There has never been any ED pill like it. It's unreal what it does to you. In testing, Viagra AGV crushed every other ED pill. It destroyed them all. And now, 9 out of 10 urologists are recommending Viagra AGV over any other ED pill. Every man alive needs to try this new Viagra AGV super pill at least once. Then you'll know why men are going crazy over it. So if you want to have the most incredible night of your life, you can't miss this. Go to scoreblue.com and try it while supplies last. That's scoreblue.com.
Philadelphia's Talk Radio 1210 WPHT, WPHT HD, WOGL HD3, Philadelphia. From the Piazza Premium Automobile Studios.
Powering your drive with 10 brands and 20 locations.
We have one we're testing we've never done before on the side also. We'll get to that in a moment. Trump signs executive order launching Indy car race in D.C. Okay, why not? That's what they need in D.C. I don't know if we've ever had one quite like that in Philadelphia. We did something. All right, I want to start with Krasner, and then I want to go to Don Lemon. What is Don Lemon all about? I'm in a camp that thinks he was part of the people that came in there. He wasn't just covering this. Outside, he was stoking them up, and the way he went after the minister inside was not just doing your job as a, quote, journalist. It was over the line. The legal case on my mind today, though, really is how far this has gone before Krasner. And Krasner's part of this movement. The Mangione guy, right? Got a guy yesterday in Minnesota, from Minnesota, trying to break into prison with a pizza slicer and a barbecue device, pretending he's an FBI officer to get into that prison. And then a Biden-appointed judge uses the lame phrase, legal infirmities in the Department of Justice attempted the death penalty and says no death penalty for him. I don't know if this will go to the Supreme Court. And I say this periodically. When you look at it, this is how the left wins. It's still 65 to 70% of people that say they favor the death penalty. in certain instances. I favor it in any instance where it's first-degree murder. I don't care what. I don't need all that other stuff. I'd be doing it around the clock. Of course, you know my rule. If you're on trial for the death penalty, we're going to spend millions if we have to give you the very best attorney every time if you're on trial for the death penalty and investigators so that we come to a just verdict. But if that happens after a couple of appeals, you're going to get the death penalty. Think about what this guy did. Why is it this guy doesn't get the death penalty? Because we hate healthcare companies? I'm not saying this guy that headed that healthcare company is Citizen of the Year. You know, we know some of the tactics. We know some of the stuff that was done. But who else can you just blow away on a New York street and then romanticize it? And have guys trying to break you out of prison. And a judge who says legal infirmities, you can't go for the death penalty here. I mean, he just murdered him in cold blood. He stalked him and murdered him, and he knew exactly what he was doing. And he thinks he's heroic. So, yeah, you get the death penalty for something like that. It's a no-brainer. We don't have to go through a long process. The guy who killed Officer Fitzgerald over at Temple, he should have been killed a long time ago. He shot him, then he stood over him and executed him. It's an obvious thing. All right. Here's Krasner with Caitlin Collins last night. Josh Shapiro, we have a cut. Went after Krasner. Krasner hasn't responded. Now, I hope these two are today starting to really brawl and really take each other out about the Nazi stuff. Here's Krasner, though, when asked by Collins, why in the world do you have to keep on talking about ICE agents, hunting them down years later, like they're Nazis that are in Argentina or something? Here's what Krasner said.
Can we just start first on your comments when you said you're going to hunt down these federal agents? I mean, understandably, people had a lot of questions about that.
Well, I'll tell you, the KKK was very upset. They sent me communications. So did a bunch of other white supremacists. Yeah, that's criticism coming from them. I had one explaining that I should die in a gas chamber, just like in the good old days of 1939. There are some people who are all in on a fascist takeover of this country who do not like the comparison to what happened in Nazi Germany. But the point I was making is actually very straightforward. When you kill people, we can hunt you down and bring you to justice in 10 years or 20 or 30 years, just like what happened with the Golden State Killer, who was a serial killer in California. That's how it worked. It worked that way with the Nazis, but it also works with all kinds of other criminals who commit terrible crimes.
But couldn't you have made that point without comparing them to Nazis?
Why would I do that? The reality is they're taking almost everything they do out of the Nazi playbook.
All right. It is laughable. It is insufferable. It's just another exhibit that Philadelphia is ignorant. It is far left. It is bizarre. It is out of control. The mayor is the one saving grace here, and she can't get the streets plowed. It's still here amazing to me on the street here now on Chestnut Street, of all streets, how difficult it is. It's just, they don't care. They're just waiting it out, and they're thinking it'll thaw. It won't. It's going to be freezing and maybe even worse over the weekend. But other than that, she's held the line. Today, I'm going to put another Dom's tour of the Delaware Valley. It was Jenkintown about 2 weeks ago. I'm going to put North Wales on the map today. They're starting hearings now and becoming a, quote, welcoming city. Really, what they mean is a sanctuary city, going after ICE. North Wales, the mall's there. Maybe you should do a better job patrolling the mall. Maybe there was crime there. I don't know. But why are they engaged in this? Well, they say we're not here to enforce immigration. No one's asking you to enforce it. They're asking you to act as a common sense vehicle associated with enforcing the laws of the United States. Are you so busy solving murders in North Wales? All right. Now, Don Lemond, here is Brian Stelter, America's Hall Monitor, and Sarah Seidner, who's in Minnesota, with the arrest. And I was surprised. And apparently, we'll ask Paul Morrow about this a little bit later on in the show. This is about a grand jury. this wasn't a judge that approved the arrest of Don Lemon. This is a grand jury thing. And we heard with Trump, well, if it's a grand jury, that's it. It's ironclad. So what is arresting Don Lemon about? One of the things it's about is following through on people saying, you know what, I'm tired of Republicans huffing and puffing, and then nothing happens. Well, this is the fourth now in that church seizure where it did happen. Here's a reaction on CNN with Brian Stelter.
Brian, it cannot be overstated. This is a stunning move by the Department of Justice, going after a journalist, arresting Don Lemon. What do you see has happened here? Because a magistrate judge just last week told them, no, you are not going to lump him in with those who were protesting. He was there as a journalist. What could have changed, A, and B, how do you see this by the administration, what they have just done?
Right. This is a First Amendment test with multiple dimensions. The First Amendment protects the work of journalists. It also protects the right of worshipers to go to church and be able to peacefully assemble and worship and practice their faith. And the argument that we have heard from Trump officials is that that right to worship was infringed not just by the protesters who walked into that church and started chanting, but also by Don Lemon because he and his crew members were there. Lemon has said all along that he was there not as an activist, but as a journalist. In fact, he was saying those words and repeating that out loud when he was inside the church. But he clearly knew something was taking place that day with the protesters. He told his viewers on YouTube to stay tuned because there was something about to happen. He was careful not to have his camera crew walk into the church until there was a disruption. And I would urge people to go online, actually watch the YouTube video, see how it all went down. I think Lemon's reporting from inside the church was very valuable. As a viewer, I learned a lot about how it happened, how it all went down. He interviewed some of the protesters in real time, yes. He also interviewed some of the worshipers. And I thought their comments were really insightful about what they went through, about how troubled, how scared they were by the disruption. At the same time, like I said, you learned a lot from the protesters about why they decided to show up there, believing that one of the pastors at the church also worked for ICE. So this video on YouTube, this is the real focal point. This video, it of course happened on a Sunday morning. This video was then streaming for everyone to see. And by Monday, the day after that incident, there was a lot of online outrage on the right. Many calls from MAGA loyalists to have Lemon arrested. I think an important part of the story here is the amount of pressure the Justice Department, Pam Bondi, and others have been under from the right to arrest Lemon, to take action like this. And as you said, the initial attempt to do so failed in Minnesota. Now we're seeing another attempt to do so. And Lemon did say...
Okay, Henry, but I only hear CNN mentioning what I did. It's a grand jury here, Brian. Not another judge, not judge shopping, whatever. That's what happened here. All right, phone lines are 855-839-1210. AT&T and Verizon Wireless, all that we need to do is just push pound 1210. By the way, I'm not sure if they're back today. I couldn't quite tell. That was on the record they were, but Philadelphia public schools were back in person yesterday. So what was the response of the teachers union during National School Choice Week? They called that reckless, having them back to school yesterday. Reckless, having them in school. And they talked about all the kinds of problems they had, et cetera. Well, some of the parents were admitting it. Reckless, we got to get to work too. And they're supposed to be in school, and remote doesn't work. How many days are you going to do this? Another teachers union, it's reckless to be in school yesterday. Okay, we'll talk with Corey DeAngelis about why Americans are fleeing and trying to get away from public schools at 1 o'clock. Here's the side question today. We happened to notice the other day, it was Oprah's birthday. Now, Oprah has got to be in the top 3 because it's an unusual name, because of her celebrity, because she's one of the 10, at one point, most famous people in the world, maybe still. We are looking for somebody local that when you hear that first name, okay, you know who we're talking. By local, we mean regional, okay? For example, the one that I would use, I think, this one is an I think because the last name's so prominent. But if you say Frank, I think people still think you're talking about Frank Rizzo in the conversation. The one I'll get, because it's a slightly unusual word, is Howie. If you say Howie.
Howie.
Yeah, exactly.
He's in disgust.
Yeah.
Even if he does well.
I'm not sure with this one, but I'm throwing it in because I got a story with it, so I'll say that. Patti LaBelle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, so it didn't ring. I'm coming back from New York. I was invited to her house. They were having a gathering, and they're lowering the gate. You know, it has a protection there, and she sees me running up the way. Stop the gates. It's Dom coming in. I stayed there, Henry. That's my tactic. Oh, George Costanza. I stay. She's cooking up shrimp about 2 hours later. I mean, what? Think about it. I'm sitting here, Patti LaBelle singing and cooking up shrimp.
Oh, that's awesome.
I couldn't tape it. That would be rude. But
yeah. What an experience to
okay.
have, though.
How about Dom? Well, wait a minute. There's not too many, but there's Big Dom. If you don't say Big Dom, I might have a shot.
Well, there's the differentiator. If you say Dom, it's you. If you say Big Dom, we know who we're all talking about. We're talking about the Eagles head of security.
And just in our own family of listeners, a fun one, there's only one that I know of, Xenos.
Very true.
You say Xenos, how many Z's are there out there? All right, Henry, who's
X.
yours? X, yeah.
So I'll just say the name. Let's see if you know the last name. This one's fictional, but it's easy. It's low-hanging fruit. Rocky.
Oh, yes.
Balboa.
Yeah, exactly. It could be real or fictional. That's true. Yeah.
Chase. Utley. What? Is there another Chase?
No, I'm not saying that,
Elliot?
but I'm talking about,
In this town?
I'm looking about, is there another one, and how broad is it with most people? And I think it's still, because he hasn't played in a while, if you say Chase.
He's the man. Chase.
Well,
There's no other Chase, though.
True, but I mean, do they know what the heck we're talking? Some people, if I walked out on the street, if Sean went out there now, and just said, Chase.
I think most people would go to Utley. Totally.
Okay, what do you think,
Well, you
Sean?
said Patty, and I said,
well,
who?
see, I was a little shaky with Patty, yeah. So I wasn't sure.
Patty? No, Chase
Utley. They're good. I'm saying they may
Chase
not.
Utley.
Chase may not be a winning answer. So you didn't know what Chase Utley?
It's my answer.
Yeah, okay. Sean, how about yours?
The only
I got one more too.
Okay.
The only single named person from Philly I could really think of is Gritty.
All right, Gritty's fine.
Yeah.
All right, Henry, who's your other one?
What about Cecily?
Yes, unusual name, and I think enough prominence there.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that would work.
Yeah, been doing the weather for how many years now? So everyone knows.
And it's an unusual name. That helps a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Larry, definitely. I think.
I mean, my brain goes to Cecily Strong.
But she's not Philly. She's not
Philly.
local again.
Local, yeah. Regional of our area. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Let's see how many we come up. All-time brand new. We never rolled this one out before. 855-839-1210. Could be real, could be fictional. Could be deceased, like Frank Rizzo. You know, Rizzo's so prominent. The Frank, maybe not. All right, 855-839-1210. Get in with that. And if you're over North Wales, I got some more on it here. I mean, the stuff, thank you to a guy who runs a roofing company, sent it to me. They are hearing all these people prattle on now, so they're opening discussions on how they're going to say they're not going to help ICE in any way, shape, or form. And their argument is, well, we're just here to enforce the laws. It's almost comical. It's almost comical what these. So maybe we at the federal level shouldn't help out North Wales. Let's put them on the map. What's happened over there? I know North Wales pretty well, but I mean, all of a sudden, a couple of big mouths because of Minnesota. They want to be known as a welcoming city. How about a safe city, North Wales, Jenkintown? I'd like to go on a little tour of all these places and see if I would be welcome. Probably not. All right, 855-839-1210. You get in. Got a lot of breaking stuff here. And how is the death penalty off the table? Whatever this guy did in his business practices, and I get it, right? I'm not even going to say he's a dad, kids, married. Doesn't even matter. He's a human being. If you kill a human being in cold blood, and he stalked him, he shot him, he was happy he did it, he's become national figure, you ought to be dead by now. There's no doubt that he did it. I mean, how much evidence do you need? Well, we got a guy trying to break him out of prison with a pizza slicer and a barbecue fork, pretending he's an FBI member. Wow. 855-839-1210.
Kale and Company, weekday mornings 6 till 10.
Stalker wanted to use a flamethrower to melt his driveway. Here's what we do. Have the city, have the government buy a bunch of flamethrowers and just torch all of the big banks so we can actually have spots to park, bike lanes, places for UPS to double park to drop off stuff. It's not that difficult. In the Northeast of all places, we can't handle 9 inches and then the world shuts down for 3 days. Are you kidding me?
Start your day with Kale and Company, weekday mornings 6 till 10 on Talk Radio 1210, WPHT, and the free Odyssey app.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So I'm opening a second location for my coffee shop this year.
I smell trouble brewing.
I needed to print new menus, loyalty cards, window signage, so I went to Staples.
That'll cost you a latte. Get it?
Uh-huh. Actually, I saved $100 on my print order, and everything looks amazing.
Well, grind my beans and call me impressed.
Staples made it easy.
If your business needs to print, let's go Staples.
That was easy.
Offer valid in-store and online. Ends 1/31. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
There's a reason that potato chips don't come in a clear bag.
There's only 8 chips in this bag.
That's why. It's only about 2/3 full. The rest is air. It's a lot like opening up your 401k at retirement. You get about 2/3 of it, and the rest goes to Uncle Sam. Jim Cipriotti at the Retire Ready Financial Group can help. His tax mapping process can help forecast what your tax bill will be in the future, and that way you can build a strategy now to potentially decrease your tax bill in retirement. In other words, more for you and less for Uncle Sam. Call today for your complimentary retirement tax mapping report, 610-894-7415. That's 610-894-7415, or find them online at retirereadyfg.com. And get Uncle Sam's greedy hands out of your retirement.
Hey, you've had enough.
With a complimentary tax mapping report from Jim Cipriotti. Investment advisory services offered through Retire Ready Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through James V. Cipriotti, Retire Ready Financial Group, LLC. NPN number 2083768.
Hey, this is Larry Steinitz with Investor Schooling. How many times are you going to listen to my voice before you finally go to investorschooling.com? I can't believe you haven't signed up for a class yet. You're going to learn real estate investing. You're going to learn stock options trading. You're going to learn things about money that you didn't even know existed. Go to investorschooling.com right now. Oh my goodness. This Thursday, investorschooling.com, and take that free class. See you there.
If your old heater decides to call it quits in the middle of winter, no biggie. Horizon Heating and Cooling are your local experts at keeping you warm inside while kicking the cold to the curb. We'll be there to help same day with no emergency fees, even on nights and weekends. Horizon even replaces your broken unit the next day with free estimates available. And right now, trade in your old unit and get up to $5,000 toward a new HVAC system installation. So don't let heating issues stress you out. Book horizonservices.com today.
Free speech lives here.
The Dom Giordano program.
On Talk Radio 1210, WPHT, and the free Odyssey app.
All right, we think this is a home run. I kind of agree with Henry. We'll see, though, but we're going to be particular on the side question today, which is hit us with somebody in this region known. If you just say that name, they know who you're talking about. I don't know about Chase and Patty. You know, if I said we should, there's got to be somebody out here. It can't be just the three of us in this massive radio station of 6 complexes. Everything can't be automatic. We had to grab somebody occasionally, plunk them down, and I'll say, Patty, and see if they say LaBelle.
When I say Patty, what do you think? And then they have to, answer. And
Chase.
Chase.
I don't know. I see an old-timer I was going to say, oh, my God. No, Tom from the Jersey Shore. I don't think so. I think there's only one, but I don't think we wouldn't get 1 in 50 people on the street in Philadelphia with this. All right, so regional, known by a first name. If you say it, it pops. That's what we're looking for on the side. All right, so we got Paul Morrow coming on a little bit later. I'll ask him about this death penalty and this guy, Mangione. We have more evidence on him than anybody almost ever. They don't care. He's handsome. What? Romanticized it. Well, he killed somebody who runs a healthcare company. Of course you can kill somebody like that. Why wouldn't you be able to do that? They're bad. They're killing us. No death penalty here. So why even have the fictitious of the death penalty anymore? Trump administration moving heaven and earth, it's federal, and they couldn't get it. It's a Biden appointee. Again, it's a law. If you don't like it, get rid of the death penalty at the federal level. In other words, pass laws, whatever you have to do to change it. There are certain crimes where you can get the death penalty. There ought to be anything where you take a life at first-degree murder to me, but okay, we got to go through these hoops. And yet this guy doesn't even get a sniff at that. He gets life without parole. You think he'll get out someday? Yeah. Some Democrats will get in there at some level in some way, shape, or form. Well, or somebody like President Trump pardoning everybody. I mean, that is one of the most indefensible things on almost any political figure. And I wish Congress, they got a million other things. There to be a constitutional amendment to limit the pardoning power. I don't know to a certain number or what to put in there, but it's way out of line. Look at Biden. Look at some of the people Trump pardons or threatens. No, these people shouldn't be pardoned. They did what they did. They should serve out the sentence. On and on it goes. All right, let's go to Wild Bill. I don't know if there's any Wild Bills. There used to be a Wild Bill here in West Grove on Talk Radio 1210. Hey, Wild Bill, welcome in. What do you have today?
Hey, Dom, thanks for taking my call. Best radio show between 12 and 3 anywhere.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Try to go as fast as I can. We had 6 prominent, pompous Democrats come out and tell everybody that if they're given rules or, things, orders that they got to take and they don't like them, they should disobey them. Well, I think everybody on the blue line and every police department in this country should disobey all the mayors and all the governors when they say, don't help our guys that are in ICE or in CBP.
Yeah, it's an unconstitutional, illegal order, at least by the way that I see it. I hear your point, Bill. Imagine the chaos then. And these small towns, you know what it is? They don't think they're going to pay a penalty. These people here think people are going to come to their town because they're welcoming, which means hating ICE.
Yeah, I just think it's wrong. I think the guys should stand up for what they took an oath to do and take care of every day and protect all of us. And I'm bouncing out of the region a little bit, but the name I'm going to give you is Frank Zappa's daughter's name, Moon Unit.
All righty. Thank you, Bill. All right, we have to re-explain the concept again. It happens. We're not just saying an unusual. Yes, we know who that is. We
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, we have to say it's regional. We're looking for somebody regional here, maybe somebody of longstanding. When you say their name, you know exactly who we're talking about. First name, all right? Oh, Joe. We need a Supreme Court here with him coming up. I'll go to him in a second. I have to, so I don't forget this too. We're not going to get Billy Bob Cooter or Jim Bob Cooter or either one of the Cooters.
My guy.
Yeah, but the guy we're getting, it's going to be interesting, but the guy they're bringing in, the Eagles now, to bolster him to do the passing game, and this begs to be a side maybe next week. He is originally from Lick Lizard, North Carolina. Lick Lizard, North Carolina. Now, we didn't get the Cooter guy. If this guy that's a passing game guy doesn't have a Southern accent, then I feel cheated big time. If you happen to see, I don't know, a press conference, he's Italian, though, isn't he? He's Italian.
Is Grizzard Italian?
How's it spelled?
Grizzard.
No, I thought it was an I at the end. Okay.
No.
Now, definitely this guy from Lick Lizard, North Carolina.
Lizard Lick.
Lizard Lick. Oh, it's not Lick Lizard.
Lizard Lick.
I like that better. All right, Lizard Lick, North Carolina. First question, how many stoplights do they have? I'd like to know. Maybe the last 10 years they put some in. Let's say up to 1980. How many stoplights do you think? This is like Andy Mayberry coming here. But this guy has worked successfully in several markets, et cetera. But interesting, again, from the South. So we'll see how this goes with the Eagles. Down the hall, I think there's cautious optimism. And it's going to be exciting to see what the Eagles do this season just around this. It'll be a drama. All right, Joe in Columbus. Remember now, call in on the side. We are looking for one name, and it pops. People, if you win, people would agree. It's instantaneous in this area. 90% at least go, oh, I know who you're talking about. I could call Ro right now and say, Chase Henry. Feel free to text her. Do you have her number?
Yeah.
Yeah, text Ro and just say, side question, Chase. See what the heck she tells you. And I'm telling you, there's the test right there. Joe in Columbus on Talk Radio 1210. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Dom. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Joe.
Dom, I was kind of instructed by one of our fellow listeners, talkers, and contributors that a grand jury is a totally different animal than a jury by its peers. So I'm hoping to God that Don Lemon totally misinterpreted what he was trying to do, miscalculated.
Yeah, well, Joe, the reason I said that is it's not just some judge that did it. We know that the prosecutor, quote, can indict a ham sandwich. But you know what? Publicly, they said it was fine when they did it to Trump several times with a grand jury. So why is the grand jury doing this? That's what took a period of time. And it'll be a closer call than some of the others. But I would say there's enough grounds here to at least try.
Well, he was a catalyst. I mean,
yes.
He wasn't a journalist at that point. He was an activist and a catalyst, plain and simple. My side answer, and when I want to stick up for my regional team against your regional teams, I always say this. I said, you booed this guy, and it's like booing Lou Gehrig. And every time he hit a dinger, I can hear Harry Callis yelling, Michael Jack. Hyphenated.
Wait
Michael
a minute.
Jack.
So you think you'll get away with this. I see what you're doing. It's clever. Because Mike, there's a million Mikes, but you're saying Michael Jack will know who that is.
Harry Callis coined it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And it was beautiful. I could still see him running around the bases with it, clapping his hands with his 500th home run.
All right, we'll take that one. Michael Jack is a little bit better there, Hammer. It's not just one name. It's sort of,
Well, it's like if Jim Bob was his offensive coordinator yesterday, we'd be like, oh, we know there's only one Jim Bob in town.
Yeah, that's a close call. I'm not sure. Don't think it was going to win, but I'm just saying it's within the boundaries of getting it in there.
He's definitely stretching it there.
Yeah,
for sure.
Remember, we want that first name, and it's so unusual, so prominent that people know instantly.
There's
only
say
one.
It has to be first name, just one name. Like you could say one name, maybe not necessarily the last name, but like one name if they have something else. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty safe, feeling good with Dom though. There's relatively few Doms. Who's the other Dom in Philadelphia? Anybody other than Big Dom?
True.
If you just said Dom, I don't know. You got to get that guy on. I want to see if he really is Big Dom in person here. You think football players are intimidated by that guy? I don't think so. No. Yeah, I don't get it. He intervenes and all that, like that linebacker.
He's just being a good security guard. He's not supposed to strike fear into the other players.
Yeah, but when he was intervening with that crazed linebacker for the Cardinals, I think it was.
Niners.
Right? Was it the Niners?
Yeah.
Way back when. I'm
yeah.
talking about. Yeah. That guy would tear him apart.
Yeah. I mean, it's not, well, yeah, that's not the question, though. It's just he's sticking up for his guys.
I know, but I mean, he's supposed to be such an imposing figure.
He's a big dude. I mean, normal people would get mad at him. Yeah, not Javon Kinlaw.
Yeah, right. That's what I mean. Yeah, sure. I'm not going to try to run into this guy to see, let's test this guy.
But he's unafraid. That's what you want from a good security guard. He's not afraid to mix it up.
Yeah, well, if
you're afraid to get physical, you're in the wrong profession.
Yeah, but if he got toppled over, that wouldn't be so good. I think he would.
No, it'd be a bad visual for sure. But
you saw Mulata coming down the hallway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Mulata was unimpressive to me, and the reason is
crazy.
He is so much in shape. He's so fit. He didn't look beyond belief. Whereas,
I disagree.
Whereas John Runyon was on an elevator with me, and getting him off was like moving a giant Coke thing. You know what I mean?
That was the second time I've seen Mile Out. The other one is when I was getting off the elevator and he was getting on. You know, going off, I couldn't even see his head.
Okay.
You know, he was that big, and then you walk out, you're like, oh, hey, Jordan, what's up? What's going on, man? Like,
yeah, I'm just saying that because I was sitting there, and he wasn't massive to me because he's so in shape. That's shocking to me. It just.
Oh, I think he's just big no matter what.
Well, he's big,
It being in shape makes him more intimidating.
Well, right. That's what's more frightening in the end. I'm just saying he didn't spread out like some of these guys. They have bulk. He has just.
You want a real like Jason Peters looking guy.
Yeah. I mean, he's just shocking. A guy could be that big if he really weighs that much and look like that. Wow. Impressive. All right, 855-839-1210. We got a lot of people. You got to really bring your best today on that. At 1 o'clock, we'll talk with Corey DeAngelis, National School Choice Week. He's got a lot to report on that. Josh Shapiro in the center of it. Is he going to get this new money, a lot of it for Pennsylvania kids, or is he going to go the other way? And, of course, Larry Krasner. Again, with Caitlin Collins, well, couldn't you just leave the Nazis out? No, I'm not going to leave the Nazis out. That's the whole play here. Still thinking, even though the weather's cold, by the end of mid-February, end of February, you're going to see a lot more actions here in Philadelphia of these radicals. They've already blocked ICE in a week or so ago. They've already started attacking people. They got Krasner rousing him. They got City Hall. We have a cut of a couple of these women that are perfect, of Women Gone Wild, testifying yesterday in City Hall. Already, in all these laws, they have a veto proof on it. What's the mayor going to do then? 855-839-1210.
This is the energy of the Acura RDX. The energy of performance and adventure. With super handling all-wheel drive. The Acura RDX. This is the energy of innovation. Acura. Precision crafted performance.
Visit Piazza Acura of Ardmore, Reading, or Westchester for a test drive today.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
I've always wanted to learn French, but the app I tried didn't help.
If you want to memorize words in another language, there's an app for that. But if you want to really learn another language, there's Babbel. Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different. Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Babbel feels like it was created intentionally by people who really know what you need to learn another language. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Want to really learn another language? Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com to save up to 50%. Babbel.com.
If this cold winter hasn't convinced you yet to replace your old, drafty, inefficient windows and doors, then maybe my good friends at Guided Door and Window can help by giving you one more month to do so at their best prices of the year. If you haven't taken advantage of Guided's big winter sale, then here's your last chance to do so by getting 40% off every window and door you buy. That's 40% off each expertly installed energy-efficient replacement window, which also includes free high-performance low-E glass. And 40% off any high-quality door, including insulated entry doors, sliding patio doors, garage doors, and storm doors. And you can buy now and pay later with Guida's interest-free financing or low monthly payment plans. This offer expires at the end of February, so don't let this final chance for big savings pass you by. If your home needs new windows and doors, then call the experts at Guida today to schedule a free in-home estimate at 877-GO-GUIDA or go to GoGuida.com. That's go, Guida.com.
Talk Radio 1210 WPHT from the Piazza Auto Group studios. Experience the power of one with 8 brands and 25 locations.
All right, Dom Giordano show. So, Henry, has Roe gotten back to you? What the heck's happening?
She just texted me.
Yeah. Read the text. So Henry's choice today was Chase. Everybody would know Chase. What did she say?
She says, "Hi, you are asking the wrong person when it has anything to do with sports. I am so sorry."
She might know some, but yeah. Michael Siders, good to see him back on Twitter, says, formerly right down the hall and big friend of the Dom Show, Angelo.
Yeah, that's a great one.
There's not that many Angelos out there. Yeah, I think you would know Angelo. That's a good one. Nice, Michael. Good to have you back. Okay, so I think the number is 3 million pages of the Epstein files have been released, and 2,800 videos and dark web accounts and pedophile this and pedophile that. Of course, what took so long? And here we go again. And yeah, 3 million's good, but is there more? And I'm in a camp. I just want to get this stuff out there. Let people paw over it and move on. So doing it on a Friday in the middle of huge news stuff and all, but we'll see what is found in those 3 million pages around Epstein. Even from the grave, this guy. It is one of the great mysteries fully. I don't think anybody definitively knows how did he get away with stuff that long in plain sight. Occasionally he get nipped and then finally in jail. But 3 million pages released. We're watching the Don Lemon thing.